Hi, hi. Let's look at the listening section and what are the most important tips for listening. So if you look here, what you have to understand, this is like, I'll walk you through first the basics of the listening. So number one, what you have to understand that the listening is only played once, okay? You're gonna hear the information in order of the questions. So pretty much listening is dictation. You're gonna hear the keywords in the questions, then the answer. You will never, ever, ever hear the answers before the keywords, and the questions always go in the same order. The IELTS listening test gets progressively difficult. So section 1 is pretty much the easiest one if you're aiming to get 6.5 or 6. So you're looking at 25 to 28. That means that section 1, you have to make sure that when you're practicing, that section 1 you always get the 10 points correct. Before the listening, you're giving 30 seconds to read the questions. Then you're going to listen and write your answers in the listening question paper. After that, you're giving 30 seconds to check your answers. If I were you, I won't take these 30 seconds to check my answers. I'll move to the second section. I'll move on and look at the keywords, because the most important thing in the reading, if you understand the keywords and if you're familiar with the keywords, you'll be able to find the correct answers very easily. You have at the end 10 minutes, so take these 10 minutes to transfer your answers and check your answers. Make sure that you write your answers in the correct space. Don't forget basic grammar, like, for example, all names start with capital letters, cities start with capital letters. Don't add an S to an uncountable noun. Make sure that, like if you're writing a plural word, that you're using an S at the end. Make sure that you're spelling the words correct. If you add one letter, or if you misspell, if you have like switched letters order, it's going to be completely wrong. Okay? Read the instructions of every question carefully and use the exact word counts. Articles are considered, as I mentioned before, articles are considered letters. So if the answer is car and you wrote a car and they asked you only for one word, that means that the answer is going to be wrong. Okay? You have 40 questions, total of 40 questions, and as I showed you in the previous video, this is how they correct your answers. If this is going to be your band scores, and these are your row scores. Okay? General strategies for the listening. You have to preview and familiarize yourself with the question as much as you can. This is the most important trick. Underline the keywords. Make sure that you're reading carefully the keywords. Very important. Keywords, again, help you out for your answers. Keywords such as name, dates, number won't change, but other keywords, they're going to change. What you have to understand is starting from section 2 till section 4, they start paraphrasing most of the words. Section 1, they only paraphrase simple words. Like, for example, in the listening, you're going to hear meet, and in the question paper, it's going to be get together or something like that. So section 1 is very easy, as I've said before. What you have to understand when I say paraphrase is very important. Paraphrase is not only using synonyms. A lot of students think that paraphrase is just synonyms. For example, you will hear expressions and phrases such as Boston is an amazing place, and in the listening it's going to be Boston is a terrific city. This is synonyms, like amazing place, terrific city. Boston cannot be changed because it's a name, right? Sometimes you're going to hear antonyms. For example, do not be late tomorrow, come early tomorrow. Sometimes you can hear description. There is traffic today. There are a lot of cars on the road. So traffic is the same as a lot of cars on the road. So sometimes they change active to passive, adjectives to adjective clause. So this is why it's very important to make sure that you familiarize yourself with the keywords, you know the keywords, so if when they are paraphrased, you understand. And that you have to understand that there are two types of keywords: words that they never change, and words that they change. For example, names, capital letters, they don't names, anything that starts with capital letter won't change. Thank you. I'll see you next class.